Hi everyone and welcome to Just Love. My name is Paula and I'm here with Judy. Hi Judy.
Hi Paula, hi everyone.
In our last episode, we read out and discussed information on the subject of death. This is information that is given to recently departed Earth human souls to help them to understand and process and to guide them through the appropriate portal to connect them with their soul family. Today we'll cover part 2, the dying transitioning process. So Judy, over to you.
Thanks Paula. We create our reality through our thought processes and mind focus based on our belief system. This becomes stronger as we transition, the reason being we are moving beyond the confining limits of 3D physicality brain. This can be likened to a chick breaking free and emerging from its shell. In reality, all dimensions exist right here, right now. Time and space are really an illusion. As the transitioning process begins, the 3D limitations fall away as the veil drops from our inner sight. This enables us to perceive the presence of family members and other loved ones who have already passed over. They come into our awareness to assist us with the transitioning process. We can also become aware at this point of the presence of our spirit guide, who is actually a higher aspect of our own soul being, our higher self in other words. It's at this point where illusion can still cloud our perception, causing us to believe that our higher self is Jesus, God, etc.
So even though a soul has crossed over, the consciousness can still perceive things from the mind, the beliefs, the ideas and imaginings of the just vacated physical human perspective.
Yes, for sure. In many cases, the deceased person isn't even aware of the fact that they are in fact deceased, so they can be extremely confused. In Buddhism, there's a whole process involved in assisting the consciousness to leave the body after death and to guide it to where it needs to be. Western belief systems, which mostly deny the fact of reincarnation, cannot properly offer this guidance. The aura cleanse that we were taught by our off-planet teachers is useful during this transitioning period to bring about a deeper state of calmness and to clear the way. Whatever our mind focus at the time of death dictates what we carry over to the other side. For example, if we're very caught up in the dogmas of traditional religion, our consciousness may very well create an illusion of the pearly gates guarded by St. Peter, who again is actually our own higher self, or else a judgmental God figure and angels playing harps. If the dying person carries a sense of guilt over with them, the consciousness may create for itself an illusion of hell or purgatory. If there's no belief at all in life after death, we may find ourselves in a dark void of nothingness. The consciousness traps itself in this illusion, but help is at hand.
What do you mean help is at hand?
Once the awakening and awareness begins, which it always does eventually, once we realise that we are still conscious, help and guidance can then be provided. In many cases, we attend our own funeral as a way of saying our goodbyes to loved ones.
Oh, that is so interesting. So people attending their own funeral. Have you heard of anyone who has had an experience of this?
Yes, I do. A very clairvoyant friend attending a funeral was able to describe the whole process, including some information on the deceased person that she didn't know, but had it confirmed by somebody who did. The funeral service also provides further release for the spirit and is the reason why keeping a loved one's ashes is not a good idea. Holding on to rather than cleanly disposing of the physical remains can block the spirit from fully moving on to where it needs to be. This is the reason why in cultures that are more understanding of the spiritual and energy side of things, they totally dispose of everything belonging to a loved one who has passed over to the other side. In the Romani Gypsy culture, all the possessions of the deceased are burnt. And in the culture of our Indigenous folks here in Australia, the person's name is not spoken. If a deceased Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander is going to be named or their image shown on television, a notice comes up beforehand to warn people of these cultures to change channels or leave the room. Emotion is an extremely strong energy and can certainly cause part of the departed spirit's energy to become earthbound, which surely is the last thing we want for a loved one.
Oh, is that the reason they do it? Because our emotions hold them back?
Yes, partly, but also what we need to understand is that everything is energy, including our name, which carries a vibrational frequency, and our possessions also contain our energy. As these tribal people understand, even speaking a deceased person's name can affect them on the energy soul level. With the gypsies, they understand that the deceased person's possessions still retain their energy imprint, so by burning their possessions, the energy is released. The words of the Romany rite of passage are, "The mourn should be allowed to continue on their higher voyage in the new life, as we should resume our lives. We open their way into the new life and release them from the fetters of our sorrow." In other words, it's all about being able to release and move on from both perspectives.
Yes, remembering that everything in the universe is energy, including us, is so important. And the tribal people of Earth tend to have a deeper understanding of this than we do in our modern Western society, which has lost so much of the deeper knowledge. We have included a link below to the aura cleanse technique that Judy referred to, and if you'd like to read more about such things, all Judy's books are available from Amazon and can be accessed through the links on her website listed below. And they are
Human by Day, Zeta by Night, followed by the Zeta Message, then Extraterrestrial Presence on Earth, Lessons in History, and my two most recent books, both Kindle editions, and both also available in German, An Interview with an Alien, Comments by an Undercover ET, and Cosmic Spirituality, Blending Religion and Science in Oneness from an Off-Planet Perspective.
Thanks so much, Jude, and thanks everyone for listening. Please share, like and subscribe. Sending you all much love, and bye for now.